I wasn't going to take video of this piece because it's such a small piece and it's not real prominent in the car, nothing special about it. But I started thinking that this piece actually shows three different techniques. That three of the techniques that I would normally use to make a piece that's molded but not from a mold. In other words, just more like a mock than a mold, a one-off that isn't actually molded. In other words, it's not just fiberglass, there are multiple materials. And that's not a bad thing. Don't think of that as a bad thing, because often it's necessary. Even if you make something out of fiberglass, you'd have to sometimes add to it to reinforce it with wood. Best way of doing this in such a small area. Get it down the corner. Blah 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 blah. The reasons that I'm using this technique on the sides, if I tried to stretch cloth over this, what would happen is it would suck it in. These sides would be pulled in, the whole thing would be concave. And that might be a good look, it might be fine for that, and you could fill it in with putty, but the problem is this piece could only be so wide from here to here before it starts looking out of place. And this has to fit in. So when I did this, these sides are out here and here mostly, where you can see the square corners so that it fits in there. So that's why I use that technique there. Now on here, and to try to do it with a tape would be very difficult. It'd be a lot of putty, in an area that's really not, it's so tight it would be very difficult to putty. And here, it's the same. You do get the waves and stuff that have to be puttied in, but it's not a big deal. It's on the outside. It'll be easy to putty and shape. So what I'm going to do is pull my tape off. And you can see now there are holes. It's definitely not perfect, and there's a couple of small waves, but it's not in an area where I have to worry about when I fill it in with putty. So, with the cloth, the normal technique would be to spray it with adhesive and spray the cloth, or put it on while the glue is still a little bit wet and to tack it down. Now the problem with that is, on plastic especially, the resin, when you apply the resin to it, will soften it. Now, you can put CA on there. Whenever the glue gets hit by resin, not only does it lift off, but it becomes gummy and never really dries. So this inside edge would be a mess to try to sand. So I'm not going to use any spray adhesive on this. resin in the front. This is why I put the cloth over it and didn't cut the holes out before I started, in case you were wondering. Because now, instead of having them filled with putty, I just have to clean out the top part. It will be a lot easier. I'm scuffing this on the inside too because when I do the vinyl, it will help it to stick better.